Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Simply Together show today on the 7th of Feb. We've got two fabulous guests that I'm going to come to in just a minute. So I'm Cecile. I am hosting with the lovely, fabulous Nike. How you doing?
Oh, the compliments get better every week.
Do I need to think up some new ones?
Oh, no, I love it. No, I'm just really excited. I can't wait to hear everything that our guests have got to say today.
So. Wonderful. So we have got Chanel and Claudine on the show today. Claudine's going to talk to us in a little minute about Zumba. And then I'm going to start off with Chanel, who is the founder of the Ebonista project.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, Chanel, tell us a little bit about the Ebonista project. What do you do there?
Okay. So Ebonista, we are a community interest company. We're based in Luton, but we work nationwide, and we support women and children that have been impacted by domestic abuse and or sexual violence. So that covers a multitude of things, because abuse will impact all areas of your life. So we have a helpline that women can call for advice, if they want someone just to listen to them. Some women call when they just want to vent. You know, they say that they haven't had anyone to kind of listen to them and kind of value their experience and their journey. We can also do things like safety planning. If they need to flee from an emergency situation, then we can kind of help with searching for refuge and that process of kind of leaving their home and getting there. We do things like help to sort out finances, make sure they got the right benefits in place. Lots of emotional support. Also things like arranging injunction orders to provide that extra protection. We run a variety of group programs for women who've been impacted by abuse, but depending on what stage of the journey they're at. So a lot kind of about understanding abusive tactics, why abuse even exists in the first place. Think, self-esteem, confidence building, how to get yourself back. And we also do a lot of advocacy. So we'll do things like support at court if women are going through kind of the court process, whether that be, like a criminal case or child contact arrangements, those sorts of things. Also, if they want support with reporting to the police, liaising with social services, housing, education even, we kind of bridge that gap. We kind of just hold their hands at whatever stage of the journey they're on. So that is us in a nutshell.
So there's only 7 days in a week. How are you fitting all of that you've just said into those days?
With very little sleep. With very little sleep. We are very busy. Domestic abuse, the figures have not reduced.
Okay.
Year on year
since COVID.
I think they spiked and now they're almost at a plateau, but they're not reducing. So, people always say, are you busy? Yes, we're busy, which is good. Like I was saying, more women are reaching out for help. They're aware of different services out there. But also, it's also not good to be busy, because it means that so many women are in that situation, kind of where they need that help. One difference about our service is we really focus on reaching Black women. Not to say that we only support Black women, because we support women regardless of their colour. That's not a barrier. But just because we are kind of labelled as hard to reach, difficult to engage, a lot of services say it's hard to penetrate into the Black community, which is something where we can kind of bridge that gap. We're led by survivors. So, we've got that professional experience to be able to liaise and advocate and fight almost for our clients, but also that personal experience of really understanding what it feels like to be a victim of abuse, what it feels like to have survived and, you know, be living that journey.
So how long have you been open and why did you start it? Why did you set it up?
So I actually founded the company in July 2020. So it was during the first lockdown.
Yeah.
It's something that has been on my heart to do for years, 10 maybe plus years. But I never thought I could do it.
Okay.
And it's really from my own personal experience. As I said, I've been there. And when I was in my situation and reached out for help, I was failed. I was blamed by the services that were meant to protect, you know, me and my kids. And I just never wanted another woman to kind of go through that. It's almost like you're being re-traumatized again, you know, by these people that are actually supposed to be, you know, helping us. I'd also worked in different organisations and charities locally, and not taking anything away from them, you know, they do what they do, but I saw a lack, I saw a gap, and it was like, we need to plug that gap. Do I keep moaning about it? Do I keep, you know, offering suggestions that are not being picked up, or do I do my own thing? And literally during lockdown, it was like, it's time. I actually had COVID, and it was literally while I was in my COVID bed that I was like, no, it's time. It's time to do it. So I started from there, really.
And how often are you open? Are you open 5 days a week, 3 days a week? How do you work?
Yeah, so we're open Monday to Friday.
Okay.
Our helpline is open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We've also, you know, people can contact us through all our social media platforms, through our website as well.
Wow. It's I mean, 2020, we're only 2023. And, you know, it seems like it's grown and grown.
Yeah.
Did
you see that comment, Nico? Why are you looking so serious?
No, I'm listening. I'm very I would say compared to what Chanel's talking about, I've actually led a very charmed life, so I can't complain on that score. But I do know people that have been sort of what she's talking about, and I'm just thinking how things might have been different if something is like that. Because you said one of the things that you said at the top of your thing was about the fact that we, as the people that look like us, are seen as unreachable, and I struggle with that concept across the board, not just in relation to this, but generally speaking, I just really struggle with it. And
it's said often for any you know, it's not specifically to this, any workplace or organization or anything like that, there's always that comment that people who look like us are difficult to manage, hard to reach, aggressive. That's the biggest one, isn't it? Black women are aggressive.
They're aggressive.
All of that. So how have you found that working with?
To be found, if you've got a female, regardless of race, with her children, saying that she feels she's in danger, what is so unreasonable about a woman who says she's in danger?
Exactly. We're here reaching out for help. And what I find is as well, as Black women, it's like everything is minimized for us. You know, because we're supposed to be that, you know, we're strong and we speak up for ourselves, and then we're told we're aggressive. I remember speaking to the police when there was an incident, and the policeman said to me, well, I'm not surprised you've got that black girl attitude. Like,
Wow.
Yeah, and
so
I've had clients say
similar themselves. Not even saying it to themselves, they're saying it.
No, he said it to me. Yeah. He said that to me. You know, I've been told I'm aggressive. You know, as personal, like when I was in that situation, but also as a professional, even. You we had a meeting a few weeks ago, and I kind of talked about how toxic sometimes it can feel when we sit on these meetings with other professionals, and it's almost like, you can feel what people are thinking. And you're aggressive, you need to pipe down a little bit, calm down with the hand movements. And why?
It's essentially unconscious biased. Like, they have these perceptions of what we are, what we're supposed to be doing. And essentially, when you are assertive and direct, then they perceive it as aggression when it's not necessarily the case.
Always perceived as aggression, which is so unfair for us. And it doesn't change. It doesn't change. Also, there's a lot of, I think, with Black women as well, we're over-sexualized as well from a very young age. So when maybe we come forward to speak about sexual assault or sexual abuse and things like that, it's almost like, well, you can't be, you couldn't have been. You see it in the news all the time, how the journey is very different for a Black survivor to a white survivor. It is very different. And the way that professionals respond to someone who's reaching out for help makes so much difference to their journey and then what they decide to do next.
And do you have to then take that on board, the fact that the women that you're supporting are going to be having different journeys, partly because of the demographic or where they live, or do you have to factor that in?
Yeah, everything we do is person-centered. So it's understanding, I've got my own experience that will be very different to this lady's and to the next lady's and to the next lady's, but it's kind of tailoring our support to meet that client's needs. There's so many different barriers. Language, if English isn't your first language, your immigration status, children, if you don't have children, if you're single, if you have children, there's so many different barriers that come into it. Your financial status as well, all these things kind of play into it.
One of the good things, I think, we were at an event and you was talking about the project, and you were saying that you also want to support the perpetrators as well. And I think that's really important, because obviously some people just support the survivors. If you don't work with the perpetrators as well, how do they even change their behavior?
Well, they don't. If no one's working with them, if no one's holding them to account, if no one's breaking it down and saying this is the impact of your behavior on women, on children, on the wider society, why would they change their behavior? They'll just continue on and on and on throughout these relationships, doing this to women. So for us, it's really important to work with the men as well, to try and change their mindsets and raise that awareness and that kind of understanding, and also to work with youth as well, because it's not always about working that crisis after it's happened. It's about, let's speak to the youth. Let's try and intervene there before, they go off and start displaying perpetrator behaviors. Remember, this is happening to 1 in 3 women. It's in every household. Like you were saying, like, we all know someone who's been through it if we haven't ourselves.
Chanel, with regards to the perpetrators that you're working with, how would they be referred? Are these people that, like, would it be self-referral? Would it automatically be the person who has done it to somebody that you're already supporting?
So mixture. So it can be a self-referral. We get referrals through, the court system, probation, things like that. And what we do with the perpetrator, our work is limited because of our capacity, but we run kind of like different groups. So we're doing a 2-day workshop next week, actually, on the 15th and 16th, and it's called the Freedom Program for Men, and it is all about kind of those tactics that have been used to gain and maintain power and control over women. A lot of these behaviors they probably won't even recognize as being abusive. They think this is just normal. This is how it is. This is how my dad was with my mom. You know, this is how uncle was with auntie. And they just think that this is normal. And actually it's about challenging that and saying this is not normal behavior. This is actually abnormal behavior, and kind of looking at different ways to kind of cultivate healthy relationships. Not saying, you know, we're always going to live in peace and harmony and we're always going to love each other and we're never going to argue, we're never going to disagree. That's, you know, we're human. We all have our own individual opinions, but it's the way kind of those situations are handled.
Yeah.
Deez asked, do you go into schools?
We want to.
Okay.
We want to. We've reached out. I reached out to mostly the academies in Luton, talking about kind of our service, what we offer, not just for mums, but for the children, you know, in teaching them about healthy relationships, coercion, and, you know, all those sorts of things. And we haven't had much interest, if I'm honest.
Because they don't see the value of it.
Yeah.
They don't see the value. And as well, it's, you know, the way they look at it is, well, if there's an incident, they can make a referral to social services.
Yeah.
But that's after the event. Why are we not trying to get in there before children need to be referred to social services? You know, why are we not looking at their behaviours rather than labelling these children as, you know, being difficult or whatever it is? Why are we not kind of looking at what's going on at home and kind of having these conversations and educating them about what a healthy relationship is? You know, teaching our girls kind of what they can expect and what they shouldn't accept in a relationship. Why are we not teaching our sons what is acceptable behaviour?
Yeah.
You know, I'll still be doing this job in 30 years if we don't get into the schools.
Yeah. Before we go and talk to Claudine about your event that's coming up, the schools, I think, is, well, Shelley's put, schools are so important as they see and repeat everything around them. Yeah. And yes, they will pop up needing care later on. But I think also what the schools need to recognise and what society needs to recognise is the age of the perpetrators is getting younger and younger and younger.
Yeah.
You know, it's people who already know me, people who have been on our platform long enough know that my daughter went through domestic abuse at 19, 18.
Yeah.
That person was a year younger, but that behavior was going on before then. We need to get into the schools.
Yeah.
And we need to be talking to the schools and the pupils there. And especially the girls, for them to know that that behavior is not acceptable.
It's not right. Yeah.
It's I'll get off my soapbox because once I get on that, I'm trying to stop. But yes, we're going to do some work together. We need to talk about schools and stuff like that, Chanel, and how we get into the schools.
Yeah.
I think that's really, really important. You've got an event coming up. A Zumba event.
Zumba.
Tell us about it. Claudine, do you want to tell us?
Claudine, do you want to go?
I'm very excited to share about it, actually. So I met Chanel as I was actually looking to possibly volunteer for her organization, maybe just like as a day opportunity to volunteer for that day. But when I sort of learned more about the organization and also her mission, it really inspired me to want to do a little bit more. And so I've been a Zumba instructor for about 6 years, and I've organized fundraiser events in the past. But this one really resonated with me, just even the thought that it supports women of color in particular, because we know that women of color and children are often underserved, even though there could be out there. But like, you know, Chanel mentioned before, there's all these biases and preconceived notions of, you know, us being stronger or maybe not needing the services. And so I really want to do a little bit more. So yeah, I've organized this Zumbathon. It's the Luton Move Zumbathon for the Ebonista project. It's going to be on the 25th of February. It's 90 minutes of Zumba fun. We have 8 Zumba instructors. We have a live DJ, tables, and everyone 12 and over is welcome to join.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So
90 minutes.
No, I know. So have we got the ambulance service on standby, ready for whoever's
I don't know if we'll need the ambulance service, but we do have first aiders on site. So
good.
I mean, we always encourage people to go at their own pace, and essentially Zumba is something that you just jump in there. You don't have to get all the moves right. You just enjoy yourselves. And one of the reasons why I do this is not only because I'm passionate about people and their fitness and well-being, but also to bring people together. So I think it's an opportunity to bring people together to learn more about the Ebonista project and the services and support that the organization offers. But then also, in this post-pandemic time, there hasn't been a lot of opportunities for us to come together, dance together, and just really enjoy each other's company, but also really support a worthy cause as well. So I'm really excited about it.
Wow.
What do they need to know?
So the event is on the 25th of February. It's at 2 p.m. It's 90 minutes. You don't have to have any experience necessary. You just come wearing athletic gear, bring your trainers, bring a water bottle, bring a towel. And again, you go at your own pace. So whether you have if you have medical concerns, any issues, you can do a little bit here. You could do your own thing. There'll be seats as well that people can relax if they need to, and then you just jump up and enjoy yourself. We're doing pre-registration, so we have the event on Eventbrite. I'm still not completely sure if we'll have capacity to have people buying tickets on the door. I'm saying yes for now, but then if it gets to capacity, we might have to make it a sold-out event. And I tell you, these tickets are selling fast. So if you're thinking about going, just register, buy your ticket. If you can't make it, it's okay because you supported a worthy cause anyways. Yeah. But if you can make it, you're going to have a blast. So I highly encourage you to register as soon as possible.
Wow. So Claudine, when you're not doing Zumbathons, where do you teach Zumba ordinarily?
So I'm my day job, I'm actually a graphic designer. So I work during the day.
Wow.
I'm on my lunch break right now, but in the evenings I teach Active Luton, so I Inspire, and then I also teach Lloyd. So I have 2 gym classes that I do, and then also a non-related Latin fusion class that I do through Me Time, which is a specific program that's put on for women's only classes that anyone can do.
Wow, that's amazing. So how did you get into Zumba then?
I got into Zumba actually quite a number of years ago. I want to say 10, 15 years ago. I always loved taking different dance classes when I was younger. I've taken like hip hop, Bollywood, some African belly dancing, and I really enjoyed dancing, but they were always sort of start and stop. And then when I took my first Zumba class, I just loved it because again, you didn't have to get all the moves right. You enjoyed it, continuous, and it was a really fun atmosphere. And one of my instructors thought that, I should maybe teach classes myself. And it took me a while to actually really build my confidence because, I'm naturally actually quite shy. And so eventually I took my certifications. And then when I came to the UK is when I started teaching.
Wow. Okay, that's really cool. Because Zumba, I mean, I've always been a big Zumba fan. I used to go before the pandemic every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it was always, I wouldn't say always a highlight, but mostly it was because it was, like you said, you don't have to know all the moves and you could just follow. And like you said, people come together and stuff like that. So
yeah, I think I've seen you on the Zumba scene as well. So that's pretty fun to sort of be reunited through Zumba again.
Yeah, I have been. I'm just really excited. I can't wait. It's like fast forward to 25th of February. Not that we're wishing our life away, but that's really cool.
So can I just ask? Oh, Dee's coming on. Have you got a question?
Shimmy. I've been practicing my moves, guys.
Oh my God.
We've got a meeting in 2 minutes' time. I just want you to let Claudine and Chanel know I've been listening in the background to the show. Absolutely awesome. Chanel, met you last year, and we're fans. Claudine, we've met, but I've followed you. Don't you worry, girl. 90 minutes is absolutely nothing. Chanel,
check you
Chanel
out.
talked.
Check
Hey,
you
I've
out.
organised one and it was 4 hours.
No.
4 hours, and I did 4 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Obviously, that was a little while
I've done
ago.
one that's 2 hours.
I'm telling you now, Claudine, it is going to be sold out. Don't you be worrying about that. People out there, get your tickets. We don't care if you're going to reach or not. Get your tickets. You're investing in a good cause.
Yeah.
So we will see you there. Simply Deez are going to be representing. Trish is going to be there. Nike's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Shell's going to be there. Cecile's going to be there. I've got to go because I'm going to be late for my meeting. I will catch up with you ladies really soon before the event. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming on. And honestly, when you look back and see the show, it's absolutely amazing. Well done, Chanel, Claudine. See you guys later.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
Bye, Dee.
It really means a lot to have all of your support. I think it's going to be a really exciting event, and I think they'll come, and whether you've done Zumba or not, people are going to have a really wonderful time and feel great to know that they're supporting such a worthy cause. And I just wanted to say, anyone who wants to support, you can purchase your tickets. If you want to donate any, raffle prizes, if you want to donate.
Right, okay. Raffle.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're going to do a raffle.
Yeah,
Shelley's asked a question. So what was the other one? Latin dancing and something?
It was Latin fusion. So it's a part of the Me Time schedule through Active Luton. It's a combination of dance fitness. I do some strength training and some gentle stretching right at the end. And so that's a 45-minute class.
When do you do that? When?
That's every Saturday at Riverbank Primary School at 10 o'clock.
Wow.
And it's just a £3 drop-in rate for that one. No need to sign up. You just show up.
Oh, right. Oh, cool.
So you've got the event. How are you feeling about it, Chanel? Are you ready?
I told you that I need to practice. I need to get my stamina out a little bit because I'm just going to be an embarrassment. Like literally, I used to do Zumba weekly, like you said, Nike. But sorry, my dog's going mad. But yeah, that was many years ago. I say that was my old body. I don't know about this new body doing 90 minutes. I really don't. I might be in the toilets.
No, it will be like riding a bike. Trust me, it will be like riding a bike.
You know who's looking forward to it? My mum. My mum is like Zumba queen. Like she is really like when we go to her house, she like shows us the moves that she learned in the class that week. You're like, yeah, right, mum, it's dinner ready, like But she's really looking forward to it.
So she's the one that's going to put everybody to shame.
Yeah, but she's not like when I used to go Zumba, I was at the front in the mirror. I thought I was Beyonce, but my mum will kill everybody from the back. Like she don't want to be the center of attention, but she'll be at the back. But yeah, she's gonna make us feel away, I reckon.
Oh, wow.
I think I want to stress as well is like it's open to all fitness levels. So whether you've never done it before, whether you're a gym bunny or if you never go to the gym, it's absolutely welcome to everyone. It's open to men and women as well. So guys are more than welcome to attend as well. And I always encourage people to go at their own pace and take breaks whenever they need to. Don't feel pressured that you have to do all the moves. And don't even, worry about being self-conscious too, because nobody's watching you. They're watching the instructors. So you could just go ahead and just bust a move.
Wow.
So Shelley's, where's that message gone? Shelley's just put that she needs to make sure she's got a super strong sports bar because she's got some boobs, so she needs to hold them in.
You don't want to have a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah, exactly. So Chanel's mum's going to be there doing her moves, and Shelley's going to be in the back holding
herself together.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I used to do Zumba for about a couple of years, a number of years ago. And then it kind of all died down. There wasn't many places around to go and do it. And then you just get caught up in work and everything else. And I'm due to be working that day, but I might, that in between, 1:30, doors open, and it's 90 minutes. I might be able to come down and do a little bit because I've got health concerns. So I might be able to do a little bit. I need to just come down just to see All of you.
To laugh at everyone.
I think that would be lovely. And the thing that's unique about this event as well is we have 8 different instructors. So, and they teach as far as Dunstable, Holton Regis, in Luton as well. 8, different personalities, different backgrounds. They're from different countries as well. They all have completely different styles. We were actually doing a rehearsal on Sunday, and we had a chance of going through everyone's songs. And of course, we don't know each other's songs. It was Follow the Leader style. But we all had so much fun because there's a lot of diversity. And I think that's what makes it really exciting is we're all coming together to support the Ebonista project because it's something that really matters to all of us. And so we all share that passion for, wanting to come together and be with people and help each other. And I think it's going to be really exciting because of that diversity as well.
And I think that's the most important thing to remember, so yes, get your tickets, get down there, have a good time, laugh and enjoy yourself. But the basis of this is the Ebonista project, and that's what we're raising funds for. So like Dee was saying, if you can't go, buy a ticket anyway, because then that way the money's then going to be donated. Or don't buy a ticket, and can they donate direct so that they don't use that space?
Can they? It has to go through the Eventbrite, doesn't it?
Okay.
They could probably donate directly to the Ebonista project, but then like if they want to buy a ticket, maybe it's something that they could donate to a friend. Because we understand this economic times, maybe not a lot of people can always afford these type of events. So I'd suggest they're even welcome to message us and say, hey, I bought a ticket, but I can't make it. If you want to give it, maybe we could find someone to give it to, or they can give it to someone else.
That's really good. That's a really good idea. Yeah, buy a ticket for if you and if you can't go, then you can donate it to somebody else. They must have a friend who might want to go, or like you said, let yourselves know, and then you may be able to pass a ticket on to somebody else.
Yeah, definitely. Because we want the bodies there. We want the bodies there. But we can accept donations through our website as well. So you go onto our website, which I think Shelley will put in the magic chat bit. You can go onto there and you can make donations through there as well. So every penny counts. We're really grateful. Like Claudine approached me about this, and I was so grateful because we've not done a fundraising event before. But we really have to get creative with how we generate income to keep the core service going. We really appreciate it.
So how have you been making your funds?
So we do apply for funding from different sources. So we've had some funding this year to run various groups. We've had some funding from the Black Fund. We've had some funding from we're doing an initiative with Dallo Cares. To do some work around violence against women and girls in the Dallow Road area. We've also had funding from BLCF. And we do sell branded merchandise as well. So I'm wearing one of the hoodies today, which will also be available for sale at the event. All that helps to kind of generate income because any profit goes back into running our core service. Do
you think you'll be putting some more events on? Obviously, once this one happens, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
We have a couple more events already lined up for the year, so keep following us. Follow us on social media. Follow the website, and news will be out soon. There's a couple more things in the pipeline.
That is fantastic.
Wow, that's amazing.
Absolutely fantastic. So once again, 25th of Feb, doors open at 1:30, starts at 2, 90 minutes. Where is it?
It's going to be at Hightown Community and Sports and Arts Center.
Okay.
So that's just in off of Concord Street, just out of town there.
There's a car park near there, isn't there?
Yes, there's car parking available in the car park, but they do need to register their car reg at the front desk when they come in to get free parking.
Okay, so everybody out there listening, there is car parking spaces. You've got to register your registration number at reception so that you can get free parking. It sounds like it's going to be an absolute fantastic event. Absolutely fantastic. Anything else you want to share before we let you go?
Like I mentioned before, if anyone wants to support the event, again, if they can't make it, they could, maybe buy a ticket, donate it. They can donate directly to the Ebonista Project through their website. If they'd like to support by donating raffle prizes, because that will also help to generate income as well. If they want to donate anything to, special treats for the guests, all the people getting together, they're more than welcome to contact me as well. All the information is on Eventbrite, or you can follow me at Zumba with Claudine on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook and send them a little message, or with the event on Facebook. Spread the news, tell your friends. Very excited.
Spread the news.
Wonderful, wonderful. Anything else you want to share, Chanel?
Just a massive thank you to Claudine for kind of organising this and for even reaching out to us. I can't tell you how much it means for us to have, people in our community really in our corner fighting to kind of help us carry on. So yeah, if you haven't got your ticket already, get your ticket. You don't want to see that sold out when you go onto Eventbrite.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Nikkei, anything else you want to share?
No, just like you said, get your tickets. And I'm actually thinking about it, if you've not done Zumba or any dance-based exercise before, what a good way to put your toes in it, because you'll be supporting a good cause. You get an hour's body movement in, because how they say, move your body, love your body. So yeah, come along.
I completely agree. It's a great way
awesome.
to break out.
Yeah. So
wonderful, wonderful. So the two of you, if you've got time, don't disappear. I think Shelley's going to come on and update us with a couple of things that we've got going on. I think, is she? Maybe. Are you coming on, Shelley?
So someone's just come to the door. Right. So a few things coming up. You're not going to be able to hear me today.
Live
tonight. Hopefully not as mad as this. We'll talk with Simply Deez live on Facebook, YouTube, Pam Tango Radio from 7 p.m. till 10-ish. We then have got our community Zoom this week. So 7 till 9. Go on to our events page, then actually just go on the register for your link. So it's a general chit chat, get together, something we've been doing all the way through from COVID, and we're just carrying on with that. I don't think we've got any particular people coming this month. And then if you look at our events page, just a reminder, we have got our International Women's Day, new place at the Hat Factory. Tickets are now purchasable online at Eventbrite. Few new things that are coming up for that. And then the next event that we have got that's booked in properly is our health and wellbeing events. So Zumba fit in that perfectly. Actually, both of you girls will fit in there perfectly, because it's anything to do with your health and well-being for the whole of you. So it's not just talking about your physical health, your mental health. It's everything is all in together. And the next event we'll be publishing very, very soon, because it's in the process of being we got the funding. we got the funding, but it was going to go ahead anyway, whether we was doing it or not. So it's our youth project that we've got coming up, and it's being different because it's actually going to be run by the youth for the youth. I think that was our little tag that we've got. Yeah. And a certain person that's the lead on that, we might actually know really, really well. I know it's not me, I'm not youth. And
it's not me.
No, it's not Cecile because she's not youth.
It's not me.
But it is Cecile's little girl. Not so little girl, Remy, that's actually going to be the lead for that project. So that is coming up between now and summer.
Yeah,
that's all we can say.
But it's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
I'm super proud. It hasn't even been put together yet, but I'm still super proud anyway. So yes, we've managed to get the funding, and it's going to. I don't even know what her pitch was because I was just sat in awe. I wasn't sat actually. I was stood next to her in awe of what she was saying. But it's going to be different because it is being run and put together by young people themselves. And it's going to be inspiring, it's going to be creative, it's going to be all of those things. And you know, so there may be some connecting there with Chanel, because we can bring in about young people and domestic abuse, etc., as well. So I will make sure she gets in contact with you.
Yeah.
Because I think that'd be quite good. But yeah, so that will be coming up between May and the summer. So watch out for that.
Watch out for that.
Watch out for that. I think that's everything, isn't it?
I think that's all now, yep.
So thank you, Chanel, for coming on, Claudine for coming on. The event is going to be absolutely fantastic. Anybody on here who is interested in the Ebonista project or needs that support and maybe a little bit scared, you know, try and reach out, get somebody to reach out for you. They are there to support, and it's an absolute fantastic project. Well done, Chanel, for getting that off the ground and just for keeping it going as well. So yes, so that's the end of our show today. Come back next week, 12 o'clock next Tuesday. Maybe have some different hosts, who knows? It might just be me and Nikkei again. Whoever. But it's been lovely having you all on, and see you soon. Bye.
Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.